Hey folks, welcome back to Project Mancave, issue 2. This is the package that I mentioned in the first video, arrived yesterday, but I had to go to the post office to collect it in order to pay a customs charge. It is a Kotobukiya Bishoujo statue of the DC Comics superhero Huntress. Bishoujo is literally just a Japanese word that means beautiful young girl. And basically it just describes almost all female anime characters. That, very pretty young face with disturbingly adult body attached. That's just literally what Bishoujo means. And Kotobukiya, in association with DC Comics, have done a series of figures basically taking an anime interpretation of DC superheroes. Now, word of warning, I bought this on Amazon, but it was actually imported from Japan, which is why I had to pay the customs charges. Now, if you live in the UK and you're thinking of ordering via Amazon UK, make sure you check, because a lot of these figures are imported from elsewhere other than England or, Great Britain. If they're imported from Europe, you're fine. There are no customs charges to pay. But a lot of these things, particularly these Bishoujo types, come from Japan, so make sure that you know exactly where it's coming from, because what happens is when these things go through customs hold on to them and charge the post office for the customs charge. Customs charge for this was a mere £3.31. What the post office then does is they charge you £8 for the privilege of them paying your customs charge. So a £3.31 customs charge, once the post office gets involved, becomes £11.31 before you can get your hands on your package. So bear that in mind if you're in the UK and you're ordering from outside the EU. Now, one thing that has always happened, I think this is great, when ordering from anywhere in the Far East, is they always send you a little gift in the package. And when I opened this last night, there was an origami crane inside, which is nice. Anyway, I couldn't wait last night. I actually filmed myself opening this last night, but the lighting in this room was terrible. Everything was orange because it was completely artificial lighting. It's a little dark today, so we're going to have to see how this one comes out. But there's the packaging anyway. I have already opened it. There's the front of the box, the side, because I know you comic book nerds love inspecting the packaging as well. There's the rear, showing a photograph of the character plus a little character history at the bottom there. There's the other side. Huntress is obviously a DC Comics superhero. I first read Huntress in the Birds of Prey comic book. It was written by Gail Simone, illustrated by the Brazilian artist Ed Benes. And Birds of Prey featured, the three main characters were Oracle, who was Barbara Gordon or Batgirl, after being shot by the Joker and paralysed, confined to a wheelchair. Black Canary and Huntress. There were other characters that rotated in and out. But the three main characters were those three. Huntress obviously being one of them. She's a sort of female Batman, if you like. They all operated in Gotham City. I kind of stopped reading the comics after Gail Simone stopped writing them and Ed Benes stopped illustrating them. But here she is. Now, this was surprisingly expensive. I can't remember the exact price. I'm sure it'll be flashing up on screen for you right now. But it was closer to £100 than 50, put it that way. In fact, I think it was substantially closer to £100 than 50. And it does look very plasticky, but it's very solidly constructed. The stand is a little flimsy, but it's going to be sitting on a shelf. It's not like you're going to be playing Action Men in the Garden with this thing. Let's give you a close-up of the figure so you can draw your own conclusions. So, there she is. It is a superbly well-detailed figure. And the choice of colour schemes, they've gone with the sort of metallic sheen, especially with the purple. But the defining feature of these kind of figures, the Bishoujo features, is the facial characteristics of the models. Trying to zoom in there without losing focus, and you can see heavily anime inspired. As for the detailing on the rest of the character, here, looking at the chest, heavily anime inspired. Yeah, it is very well detailed, but ooh, lost focus, pull back, there we go. As you can see, the one thing that is surprisingly plasticky is the base, or the griffin on the base. You see the joint in the arm there. But it doesn't really detract from the whole experience. So there she is, and because I know what you like, something like 30% of the comments on the first unboxing video when I showed you the Shark T figure commented on the money shot. That ass. Man's got to know his audience, so there it is. So there she is, the Kotobukiya Bishoujo DC Comics version of Huntress. But I have a little friend for her. Here's one I prepared earlier. That's the cover girls of the DC Universe version of Batgirl. You can see she's having a little equipment malfunction with a batarang there. Now, obviously before I started getting the idea of doing these unboxing videos, I already had a number of items that had already arrived, so what I'm going to be doing is every time I unbox something, I'll also show you one of the other figures that I already have. And since we're showing you Huntress today, it only seemed appropriate to show you Batgirl, given that Barbara Gordon, the Batgirl character, is the leader of the Birds of Prey, of which Huntress is a member. So, there you go. I actually have another package ready to open, but we're going to wait. I don't even know what's in it, so it's going to come as much of a surprise to me when I open it as you. I had a sort of suspicion. I think it might be a Poison Ivy statue, but we shall have to see. I'll be opening that one, well, right after I finish filming this, but I'll be showing you the video tomorrow. So, I'll see you for part 3.